Good afternoon, good evening, Southwest Arkansas. Always say good afternoon for some reason, but welcome back to the live evening weather blog. We are going to bring this back. We used to do this a couple of years ago where we go live, usually on Sunday evenings, and talk about the week ahead. These are pretty much a live version of the video forecasts or video weather blogs that we do throughout the week anyways. But let's jump into this. First things first, what are we going to go over? We're going to go over the 6-day forecast, the chances of severe weather on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. And then we're also going to go over the data behind that and talk a little bit what we could possibly see with those days. As always, throughout this, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and we will get to them. And as always, the 6-day forecast is worded and posted over on the Facebook page. So if you haven't seen that yet, that is there as well. If you'd like to see worded posts better with the forecast graphic and all of that fun stuff, we'll answer the questions after we go through all the information. But starting off, we have a active period continuing through the first half of this upcoming week. We already in some locations have received 3 inches of rainfall here locally. We've had other areas that have received 6 supposedly, and just a lot of rainfall already. We could see another 1.5 to 2 to maybe even 3 inches of rainfall through the next few days. On Monday, we have another chance thunderstorms, highs in the 70s and overnight lows in the 60s, and a 60% chance of rain. Almost going to be more spotty, I would say, on Monday. I think most of us have rain chances, but it's going to be a little more spotty. Tuesday, we have a chance at some scattered thunderstorms, highs in the 80s potentially, and overnight lows in the 60s once again with a 50% chance of rain. On Wednesday, highs in the 80s once again, overnight lows in the 40s, 80% chance of thunderstorms. I think that's going to be widespread across southwest Arkansas as we go into Wednesday. Throughout the second half of this week, calmer, cooler conditions until we get to Friday are back in store for the forecast. A nice St. Patrick's Day weekend could be ahead as we start off with sunny skies on Thursday and Friday. Highs in the 60s on Thursday, overnight lows in the 40s, and then we go back into the 80s and overnight lows in the 40s again there on Friday with highs in the 70s there on Saturday with mostly sunny skies, overnight lows in the 50s. Let's talk now about what's in store for the next few days. So we're going to go over the 3 severe weather outlooks. This is for tomorrow, Monday. We have a slight risk out for portions of southwest Arkansas, starting off though with the level 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. For the marginal risk, very low end severe weather threat is for the Mena area, Mount Ida area down to about Derricks, Umpire, D. Queen, Foreman, Ashdown areas. We have the level 2 out of 5 slight risk, and that's going to be for the Hot Springs, Glenwood, Murfreesboro, Delight, Nashville, Hope, Texarkana, Stamps, Prescott, Ralston, Arkadelphia, Hot Springs, Malvern, Sheridan, Fordyce, Hampton, Camden, El Dorado, Magnolia, I think I already said that, and that general area in southeastern portions of the state. The tornado threat's on the very low side of things. We'll talk about this more here in just a moment, but the main threat looks like it's going to be large hail. Can't rule out possibly an isolated tornado or two with that. On Tuesday, we have another chance of severe weather. I really think, though, this is going to really... We're going to have some systems. This one may be one of those another possibly glancing blows. I think the main severe weather threat is going to be on Wednesday of this week for us, but we still have a chance of severe weather for Tuesday. And that slight risk right now is for the Mena area. That's a level 2 out of 5 for the Mena, D. Queen, Umpire, Derricks, Langley, over to Mount Ida, northwestern portions of Garland County there. And we have that marginal risk level 1 out of 5. On the severe weather scale for the Hot Springs, Glenwood, Arkadelphia, Malvern, Murfreesboro, Delight, Nashville, Locksburg, Mineral Springs, Hope, Ashdown, Foreman, Texarkana, Prescott, Ralston, Stamps, over to Camden, up to Fordyce, and Sheridan areas. Once again, we'll talk more about the potential threats tomorrow, but that is for the potential threats on this come tomorrow. Right now, though, just continue to keep an eye out on that. Then our next day, I think this could still get adjusted. It wouldn't surprise me if this gets pushed back further west. We'll see. Timing is going to be really important based on the low pressure systems and just the atmosphere above us, how the setup works out timing-wise. This may get pushed further to the west. I expect it to get moved. There's still some uncertainties regarding this severe weather potential. There's a severe weather threat there, but we got some details to iron out for Wednesday. But right now we have a level 2 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. That is for the Hot Springs area, Malvern area, Arkadelphia area, Hope, Texarkana, Magnolia, down to Stamps, Prescott, Ralston, Arkadelphia once again, Malvern, Hot Springs, Sheridan, Fordyce, Camden, Hampton, El Dorado, Magnolia. I'm pretty sure I said a few areas there multiple times. But let's go back to the severe weather outlook for Monday. This is the tornado outlook, a very low-end 2% risk for the Arklatex region, where that slight risk for severe weather is at. Still need to watch it. I don't think this is a big threat. I really don't think Mondays is an overall big threat. It's not the big threat for the week. This is kind of like just one of those starting events for the for the next couple of days anyways, but I don't think this is going to be a major threat, like I said. Just a localized threat. We could see maybe 1 to 2 possible, or really an isolated tornado threat, so maybe 1 or 2 at most. I don't think, like I said, I want to make that very clear, I don't think this is going to be on the higher side of things or anything of that nature. The main threat with this is probably going to be large hail. This is the large hail outlook, and you can see we have that medium in 15% yellow colored area and that brown 5% area, but you also see these dashed lines. This is what's called a SIG 1. This is a new update to the severe weather outlook where they can put these dashed areas here. What that means is there's a possibility in that dashed area, so for pretty much almost all of southwest Arkansas, or pretty much all of southwest Arkansas, that will be a possibility for 2-inch size hail being a possibility in the strongest storm. So we will keep an eye on that tomorrow. Then taking a look at the damaging wind outlook, that's on the low side of things as well. Once again, tomorrow is going to be mainly a very large hail threat, although it's on the lower side of things overall for severe weather. If you get a storm or two that could go severe and carry that large hail potential, very low end tornado threat with that on your day there for Monday. We're going to talk about some model data here and show you what we're talking about here with some of the futurecast. One thing I want to say is, remember, model data is not perfect. This is just one of the many details to building a forecast, and this is going to be this can change and will change, and so just heed caution with this. Once again, give or take an hour or two to this model data when you see the timing on this. For the most day on your day tomorrow, I really think we see some showers and storms tomorrow morning. I really think we're just going to have to watch these storms mainly tomorrow afternoon for that severe weather threat, and that's just, as you can see, not a whole lot there, but we're going to have to watch it closely there for that time frame. And then as we go into Tuesday, you can see Tuesday afternoon we get some showers and storms, but I think really we're going to take a look at some other models here. Let's take a look at the RFS model. These next few models, these are some of the experimental models, so they're not perfect, but this just helps us paint a general overall idea for what could be in store for the near future here. So here's another model that shows tomorrow, kind of paints, that picture, maybe some of those stronger storms tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. If I just click some of these soundings, we're going to see what happens there with that tomorrow morning. So you could have some strong storms tomorrow morning and afternoon, and you can see the placement of these just really depends. We're going to have to watch where they pop up at, but just know there's a very low end chance tomorrow. Then as we go into Tuesday, you can see here there is another chance with maybe some storms and showers first thing that morning, maybe some storms that afternoon ahead of a system later that evening, really across southwestern portions and western portions of Arkansas. And if you do see storms in Little Rock, it may be around that 11 p.m., 12 a.m. time frame. I seen somebody ask a question about that a minute ago. And then as we go into Wednesday, you can see there's going to be another little cluster Wednesday morning, and another line forms over southwest Arkansas, moves through that afternoon and evening, and we can actually take a look at some other model data here. Let's go to our regional area. This is another experimental model, so this is a different one, but this kind of paints the general picture. You can see, going to be watching for some storms tomorrow morning. You can kind of see that pop up there across southwest Arkansas, and we will keep close on this. I want to reiterate, Monday, there's a localized severe weather threat. We may only get 1 or 2 or 3 severe storms, but there's a chance of rainfall, and if those do maximize, you have that chance for very large hail of up to 2 inches and maybe a very very low end tornado threat. So we will keep an eye on that. And then as we go into Tuesday, once again, you can see Tuesday, we got some rain chances there, but really storms fire off in northeast Texas on this model. It's wanting to form maybe into a sort of line thing as it weakens into the evening and overnight hours Wednesday. And then our next cluster starts to form. Storms fire Wednesday morning and into the afternoon and move across southwest Arkansas in maybe a squall line fashion through the daytime Wednesday. I'd say right now, the afternoon time frame for us, you can see they form into a better line as they move into eastern Arkansas and Mississippi. So we will keep a close eye on that. Like I said, timing wise, this could still change, but looking at pretty much just throughout the day tomorrow, we're gonna have a chance of some storms. Overall, it's a smaller end severe weather threat. We'll be here though, watching them. I think tomorrow, mainly the afternoon and evening time frame, if you're gonna get some severe weather, will be the time frame to watch. We'll keep an eye on that morning though. Like I said, not expecting much there. Tuesday, probably going to be Tuesday evening, and again, is that I really think though that's going to be kind of as storms are moving in, they're going to kind of weaken some, and then set the stage for Wednesday where we have storms that form late Wednesday. This is wanting to show late Wednesday morning into the afternoon time frame across southwest Arkansas, and then move through the area. Maybe some storms on the backside there that evening. So we'll keep an eye on that though. Like I said, things can change. Things will change. That's just some model data. Taking a look at some of our longer range, less high resolution data here. Let's come back up here to reflectivity. Precipitation type, you can see this shows some storms tomorrow morning or tomorrow across tomorrow morning and afternoon, and then we set the stage for Tuesday. Could have some storms across Texas and Oklahoma. They move into southwest Arkansas. The European models wanting to show kind of those dying out as they come into southwest Arkansas. More storms firing Wednesday morning and into a line through the day and afternoon there Wednesday. Another thing is we will have a chance at some heavy rainfall through this as well. So that is another potential there for that. And that is going to bring us a couple more inches of rainfall. And, we got to watch that flash flooding potential closely just because we've had a lot of rain already. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and we will get to them and answer them to the best of our abilities. Even after this ends as a live stream, you can go back and rewatch it here on Facebook or YouTube, and make sure to leave any questions that you have in the comments below, and we will answer them to the best of our ability. As always, make sure you're following us here on Facebook and YouTube, and Instagram and TikTok. But YouTube, during severe weather events, we have what we like to call our live nonstop severe weather coverage, or radar coverage pretty much. It'll play radar, have current information with current outlooks, stuff of that nature, play some music behind it, and you can set that up on your TV throughout the event, and that radar will play as long as we have power. And if there is any life-threatening severe weather, we will jump into severe coverage and talk like we're talking right now, tracking those storms like we did Saturday morning. I had to think when that was. That was a long night there. We did have once again one injury from a confirmed tornado near the Willsville area south of Ralston in Nevada County. That happened. Thankfully, we haven't heard of any other reports. Still, though, gonna keep all those down there that were affected by that in our prayers down there. Once again, that was the only real big severe storm that we had out of that on Saturday. Just checking to see if you have any questions. What time do you think Central Arkansas like Little Rock storms be here Tuesday? And thank you. I would say probably, if I had to guess on Tuesday, if you see storms, it'd probably be that evening and overnight time frame. I don't think for Little Central Arkansas, the severe threat's great on Tuesday. I think Wednesday is going to be your big day to see severe storms out of that. I really think Wednesday is going to be your better chance for severe weather, and I really think that's going to be your overall chances on Wednesday. We'll keep an eye on tomorrow, but I think most of that's going to stay to your south. I think most of that's going to be congealed to southern Arkansas and northern Louisiana. And then Tuesday, those storms move into southwestern Arkansas that evening, but I think they're going to start to die out as they do. We will watch it, though. We'll keep an eye on it. And then Wednesday, we have more storms that fire off and move through southwest Arkansas and Arkansas tomorrow or Wednesday after or through the day Wednesday there as well. Big thanks as always to all of our sponsors: J&S Auto Supply, Bumper to Bumper, Landmark Insurance Agency, Palmer's Roofing, Patterson's Credit Union, and the Grease Gorilla there in Murfreesboro. So make sure to check them all out. Landmark Insurance Agency in Nashville, Patterson's Credit Union in the Arkadelphia area. Give Palmer's Roofing a call if you're in need of anything roofing wise, and check out J&S Auto Supply, Bumper to Bumper, and the Grease Gorilla in Murfreesboro, Arkansas. So if we have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. So far we haven't had any, and that we'll just go back over this one more time. The Storm Prediction Center damaging wind outlook for tomorrow on the very low side. I don't think we see much out of that. Maybe a strong wind gust or two. I think for the most part that's going to be mainly the large hail threat. Up to 2 inches will be the main threat with that. Could be that this going to be a good possibility there tomorrow with the most mature storms, and a very low end tornado threat once again there as well. We'll keep an eye on Central Arkansas though with that tornado threat tomorrow, that very low end tornado threat. As always, that as you get past Grant County and over to Pine Bluff, that is outside of our coverage area, but there's some great pages out there regarding Arkansas Weather Network, Arkansas Weather Watchers, your local meteorologists. There's a lot there to choose from, and as always, as we always say, make sure you have multiple sources for your weather information because something happens, we lose power, and we can't go live. Make sure you have those multiple ways to receive those alerts and coverage. Just play, always good to have multiple resources. And as always, stay weather aware this week. This is nothing out of the normal here in Arkansas. This is this time of year, and we'll be here ready to track these storms for you, and we will continue to do so. And as long as we can, we'll be here tracking those, and if there is any life-threatening severe weather or weather, we will be here live tracking those for you. So as always, I think that's going to bring us to the end of this live stream. Once again, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Make sure to check us out over on Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube and TikTok. And as always, thank you guys very much for trusting us with your source for all things Southwest Arkansas weather. This wouldn't be possible without you and all your support as well. We are very blessed to get to cover Southwest Arkansas, and Lord willing, I'd love to continue to do this for a long time. That's our goal, so we're going to continue to try to do that. Have a great rest of your Sunday evening. See you back here on YouTube tomorrow evening for another look at your evening weather blog. And as always, we'll be ready to go live for any severe weather. Have a good rest of your night.